So your background, so forth, is community service out there in the out in the acres. What motivates you to be in community service and run for office?
Frank, my beautiful wife Ruthie and I moved into Plantation Acres back 49 years ago.
Yeah.
In the Plantation Acres. At that time, it was all dirt roads, potholes. We had to drive about 10 minutes away to get our mail, to get a newspaper. It was a horrible place to live. And I drove a Corvette back in those days.
Or the dirt roads?
On the dirt roads and the potholes. And when we had our first child, why, Ruthie said, "You're going to drive that Corvette to the hospital?" She said, "I'm having labor pains right now."
But I mean, for God's sakes, I mean, I saw the Broward Mall go up. I mean, you certainly saw it go up as well. You know, this place was a
Broward Boulevard didn't
town.
even go past University Drive.
Yeah,
University Drive dead end, Broward Boulevard dead end.
Yeah. I mean, we've changed a lot, right? I mean, we've grown up, you know, big time. I mean, what's your feel about that? I mean, coming from a, you know, kind of a rural town. I mean, it was always called a city, but I mean, we really did have a small town effect.
Very rural area, very small town feeling, and that's one of the things that I want to do, Frank, is I want to retain that small town feeling when we bring. My background is such that when I was 13 years old, my business career started.
What'd you do? What'd you
I
start?
was a paper boy. I had 300 plus customers, and I delivered papers on my pony in the snow in Ohio, and it was in the snow. And then I kind of graduated up to a supermarket carryout boy, but the carryout boy created a feeling for me to talk to people.
Right.
I think I'm a friendly guy, and I talk to people like I want to talk to the citizens of Plantation when they vote me in as a councilman. I'll talk to them. I'll answer their questions. The convention bureau that I was in, that's what I want to do with the city of Plantation.
Okay.
I'd like to bring conventions here. I'm knowledgeable. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Bringing conventions in puts people in hotel rooms. They eat in the restaurants. They shop in the stores and the shops. That brings money into the city of Plantation. That's what I want to do. One of the areas that I feel that I'm good at and I can do is bringing people into the city of Plantation, raise salaries in some areas. For example, the police department. We need to work with the police department better. The police department currently is having a problem with the city of Plantation, with the city management of Plantation. We're having a problem because it seems that the young policemen that come into our city and are hired, they don't stay very long. They stay 2 or 3 years and they quit, and then they go to work for Davie, they go to work for Sunrise, they go to work for Cooper City.
I don't know where the turnover, but all right, cool. I didn't know that.
We need to raise, have the union help. We need to help the union bring the salaries up. Same way with the fire department. The fire department needs to have better union association, better union affiliation. I like to see somewhere down the road a full-time fire department. We have a volunteer fire department now. I don't know when, but it's something that I'd like to pursue, a full-time fire department rather than a part-time volunteer department, which is what we have now.
Right.
I'm also a firm believer in, I'm changing the subject a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're guiding right along. You're hitting all the buttons. Go ahead.
I think about volunteers. We need more people volunteering in different areas. I volunteered in a lot of areas. I volunteered. I was a big brother for 10 years. Big brother, a little guy that
It's a big commitment.
I took under my wing at about 8 years of age, and I stayed with him. He stayed with me for 10 years. So that was a very good part of my life. I like that a lot.
Volunteering is a big deal, especially to me, because I did coaching, you know, for PAL as
I
well.
did too.
So I mean, it's a big deal. So you were involved with that as well. So
Yes.
how would you inspire people to volunteer more?
Well, you see a lot of activity with big brothers and sisters right here in our own hometown, right here in our own community. That's something that people can get involved in, big brothers and sisters, helping them to mature, helping them to get educated. Our school systems need to be helped and assisted. If we take those children that are in big brothers and and sisters, help them get educated, help them to find a job someplace. That's what volunteering does. It mentors young people, mentors them into wanting something better than dropping out of high school in the 7th grade,
Sure,
8th
sure.
grade, 10th grade,
Sure.
helping them.
You know, aspirations and dreams are very important. And people are concerned about the traffic, you know, about the impact of more, you know, more traffic coming through here. What's your thought on traffic?
That's an area that we certainly need to be concerned about.
Hot button.
We need to be concerned about traffic, the flow of traffic.
Because police and fire, I mean, you tell me, I think is number one
Absolutely.
out there. I mean, safety, stability.
Absolutely. I told you that I attended a union meeting for the police department, and they're bantering back and forth with the city, about the union.
Yeah.
And like I said, we get good policemen, young policemen that come to work for the police department, and they don't stay very long. They don't stay very long because they're not being paid enough.
Yeah.
And they get a better job with Davy, they get a better job with Sunrise, and they leave us after we train them initially.
Yeah.
Then they go to work for somebody else.
Yeah, we
So
gotta learn everything.
we need to have some way to help that union, to help the police union be able to pay the patrolmen more. And I don't have an answer to that, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to working towards that goal
Yeah, yeah.
in the coming years.
All right, I hear you on that, Neil. All right, so let's talk. All right, I'm gonna kind of back up and change a little bit too. I mean, you're involved in the acres and the paid, right? In the paid program, it's called paid, right? Plantation Acres
Plantation Acres Improvement District.
Improvement District.
I
Okay?
sat on that board for 14 years.
Yeah, right. I know. I heard that, and I was like, that's impressive. So community service is like really in your bones, isn't it?
Well, it was good education for me. The purpose in paid is to help the flow of water coming from the west to
Yeah.
go to the east, to go to the Hyannis Road Canal.
Yeah.
We have 6 pumps there
Right.
that pump water 24 hours a day when it rains.
Right.
Pumping water into the C-42 canal, which is the north-south canal, and then that ultimately goes into the ocean. And after it goes into the 84 canal, and hopefully it moves on to the east and to the east, and
Yeah, right.
it goes into the ocean.
Well, we are kind of, we are a former swamp. I mean, we are low lands and water collects here.
This
we didn't
was
pump
a
it
swamp.
out.
This
Yeah,
was a
right.
swamp.
Right.
We were in the Everglades. This was the Everglades.
Yeah.
At one
Yeah,
time.
so it has to
Housing.
go out.
Anybody building a house has to come through the paid board.
Yeah.
Anybody building a driveway, anybody building an outbuilding,
Yeah.
anybody building a basketball court
Yeah.
has to go through the paid board.
Yeah.
And we approve it.
It's kind of like an emerald city within Broward County.
Yep, it
You know,
is.
with the parks and so forth along those lines there. We have somewhere around 30, somewhere 34, 32 parks, somewhere around there. What's your viewpoint on protecting those parks and making sure that they stay forever green?
Well, the parks are very important, that we have parks. Children need to play. They also need to be safe. So I take that back to the police department, the security department, whether it's the sheriff's department. We work with the sheriff's department as well. And you work with the police department in keeping those parks safe and secure. That's vital. That's very important that they do that. The parks are beautiful. We have so many nice parks and so many areas. Volunteer Park out in Plantation Acres is a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
The barns that are there, the horses that are there. I have a horse ranch in Plantation Acres,
Yeah.
and I have horses, and it's so beautiful to be able to drive down in Plantation Acres and see horses riding and children playing. It's terrific.
Now, I heard you were somehow a part of that North Park and that Veterans Park development and securing it and so forth?
Well, we did secure it, yes, we did. The city tried to build houses on it, and we fought it. And they're not gonna build any houses on it now because we fought it. The city of Plantation wanted to build houses, and our homeowners board fought it, and we won. They're not gonna build houses on it now.
Well, you
It's a
established
very nice park.
Well, you established an equestrian park out there with, if you're gonna be a horse community, you're gonna need a place for those horses to be rode and to enjoy and be exercised. So kudos to you guys for grabbing those, that land and so forth. So along the lines of budgets, I always talk about also, you know, the thought that, you know, city does not produce anything. They don't manufacture anything, and so you either tax or you spend, right? So it's either or. So you're either going to increase your revenues and increase your expenditure, or decrease revenues and decrease expenditures, or vice versa to create the imbalance.
That's a balancing act that
huge.
we have to do, and it's something that I look forward to working with other council members and the mayor. Hopefully we'll be able to balance it out and do it properly. Again, I have to get on the board to find out what the board wants to do, and we have 3 new board members coming this year.
Oh, it's a big shakeup.
And a mayor, big shakeup.
Yeah.
Jerry Fadgen, God bless him, his seat is vacant. Pete Tingen's seat is vacant, and so is Lynn Stoner. She's running for mayor, and so we got 3 vacant councilman seats that are open. You don't know what each one of those council members wants to do and has a plan. My plan is to work with everybody, listen to what the homeowners want. The way I look at it, I have ears to listen and a heart to learn for the city of Plantation, and I feel strongly about keeping Plantation a feeling, a rural feeling, a neighborhood feeling. And that's what we have in the acres, and that's what I'd like to share with the rest of the residents. We got the east side too, that we can't overlook, the east side of Plantation.
Right.
You can't overlook that.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need to work on too, is helping them improve their area.
Right. Well, the budget, so when we're talking about that, there's, at the thought of working with new councilmen and so forth, the budget the way it is right now, if you look at the website, it's very general and so forth. There's talk about, people requesting more transparency, to be able to see that via the website of really what the numbers are, to get a better feel as to, how are the taxes being spent, certainly we trust and we give over our voice to a representative, such as yourself, to do the right thing. Are you in favor of, what level of transparency is it? How much detail do you got to put into a report? Or
Did you see that video that Mayor Veltri,
Van Dykevic, yeah, sure,
put up on the wall?
I did.
Yeah, it was very well thought out.
It was.
She worked hard on that, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was very well thought out. However, it was too high, and somewhere there's got to be some cuts made in some of those areas, and that'll be my job. That'll be our job, to cut those areas back in some areas and increase in other areas that need to be improved upon and increased. Parks is one of them.
I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Frank.
Jim. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate
Okay.
you. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, residents of Plantation. I'm excited about serving and look forward to your vote. Call me sometime. My website is votejimdavis.com. You can call me. I'll answer your questions. You can email me. I look forward to talking to you.